It is fruitcake season, and I'm stopping by to show you how I make my fruitcake known as black cake in the Caribbean. The first thing you want to make sure is that you have your fruits that's been soaking. This has been soaking for over a year. It's a mixture of prunes, raisins, currants, golden raisins, cherries in here, soaked in some Manischewitz wine. If you don't have this, you can make it and let it sit for a few hours, but the best one is when you let it sit for over a couple months. First things first, we're going to start with our room temperature butter. I'm using my mixer for this recipe, and all the ingredients to the recipe is going to be in the description box. If you have not joined the Sasu Flavas family, go ahead and smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so every time I push a video out, you will be notified. Here I have my sugar that I use the zest of a lime so that it can give it some nice flavor. And then we're going to go ahead and beat our butter and our sugar together. Make sure your butter is room temperature. Your eggs are room temperature. If you don't have lime, you can use lemon, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead and add our sugar in, and we're gonna beat it in. And let me know, how do you make your fruit cake? If you've never had a fruit cake before, it's basically a blend of fruits, of raisins, prunes, soaked in wine. Some people use rum, some people use other hard liquor. I stick with the wine that my mom used growing up, okay? So once you're finished beating it, you want to make sure that you clean the sides down so that everything gets incorporated really well. Then here I have my room temperature eggs. I'm adding them in one by one, one by one, one by one. You add your eggs in, and it's gonna start looking fluffy. And the good thing about this recipe, when you get to the end of it, you're gonna just use your hand to mix, because you don't want to over mix this fruit cake batter, okay? So go ahead, if you are still watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and that says all notifications, so every time I push a yummy video out, you will be notified. So this is a favorite around the holiday, Christmas time. Every household gotta have black cake, known as fruit cake, okay? The Jamaicans make theirs different, Grenadians, Trinidadians, but the base of it is fruit and soaked in whatever form, wine, rum, whatever. And it's absolutely delicious. So here I have my flour that I'm mixing with my cinnamons and my spices. All the ingredients to this recipe is going to be in the description box of this video. Add my salt, add all my other baking powder and everything else, giving it a good whisk. Then we'll set it to the side. And here is our fruits. I like blending my fruits before I add it into the batter, because I don't like to have the chunks in there. So I like blending it out, and then you're gonna add it in here. If you like a more fruity cake, you can add more fruits, but all the exact measurements will be in the description box of this video. And when it starts to look like this, like that, you know you're in business. So here I'm adding some more fruits. Then we're gonna go ahead and now mix our wet and our dry batter together. Get your mixing spoon, get your spatula, and incorporate it in. You want to fold it in. You don't want to roughly mix. You want to gradually fold the wet and the dry together. And right before it's time to put your stuff in the pan, you're going to set your oven to about 325 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? So you're gradually folding it in, you're folding it in. And some people like their batter to look very dark and their cake come out really, 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 really dark. I like mine's in between where it's not too dark, not too light. Okay. So when it comes in terms of how much browning you put in, that's gonna be determined by how dark you want it. Here I'm adding in the vanilla extract and I'm folding everything in. I'm folding it in. And now I add my browning to determine the color that I want, okay? And I'm gonna give you the exact measurement with how much browning I used. Now, before you bake in the oven, you wanna get your round pans or whatever pans that you have. You're gonna butter and flour your pans, and I like to, and when it's sticking up like that, that means that your cake batter is good. So here I lined my pan with parchment paper, and I'm gonna bake it in the oven. When you bake it in the oven, a neat trick to do is put a pan in the oven with some water, and it's gonna help to prevent your cake from cracking. When your cake comes out of the oven, go ahead and put some more wine on there, let it soak in, and then when it's time to eat it, you can take it out, wrap it, and every day you can pour wine on there and then dig in. And this is absolutely delicious. Make sure you put a water bath in the oven, a pan with some water on the last rack. Then you put your cake in. Your cake will be moist, it will not crack, and it will be absolutely delicious. Follow for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.